All right. Hello. Um, Dina's not here, so I'm doing this just trusting the dogs are going to allow it and not annoy the crap out of us, but we'll see how that goes. So, today we are going to talk about why it is so important to diversify our group. Why, well, recently I had someone say to me, um, they said that they'd have a conundrum about our relationship. And this is someone I'm related to. So we have a vested interest on why we would want to continue some sort of relationship. And he said, I have a conundrum. I'm paraphrasing everything, of course. That, and he explained how in life, naturally, we sort of gravitate towards people that we have commonalities with and, that we are similar to, equally yoked. And so with us not having, in his mind, he's not having any commonalities or very many, how do we do this? Because we have some pretty stark differences. It's not just opinions on toppings of pizza. I mean, it's some big stuff. So, um, and he, and he's right. He is absolutely right. If with no effort, and you just kind of do your thing and live your life, yes, we are more naturally drawn to people that are like us, that look like us, that come from similar backgrounds than us. um yeah, we do. And so, as he was even saying that, spirit was kind of just showing me the canoe, sitting in the canoe going down the river without really a paddle. And you just go with the flow of life. And he is right, that is how things go without effort. Now, what spirit showed me was that not only is it a good thing, to diversify your tribe and make sure you are with, not just like-minded people, for what I think are pretty obvious reasons, but there are some pretty significant deep reasons on why this should be a thing. Um, One is when you surround yourself with people from different cultures, backgrounds, education, races. When you do that and you have all these different ways of thinking and ways of viewing the world, you get challenged on your way of thinking, and you challenge others on their way of thinking because we all have different opinions and different uh, ways that we look at the world based on our own experiences. So if I surround myself with people that just have kind of the same experiences, I'm not getting a whole lot of new growth with that, right? I mean, yeah, we can collaborate, we can probably get together some stuff. I'm not saying, that it's impossible, but there's not a whole lot of new information coming out from for either one of us. So when you diversify it, you get challenged and people, well, this is the way I see it. And you sort of sometimes those challenges, AKA triggers, you go sit with that and there's times your mind will change on stuff because you just when you're surrounded by yourself, there's a level of ignorance that's involved because you're not growing past that veil. Our purpose isn't to be born, have your childhood, some good, some bad. Most of us are, it's gray, somewhere in between, and then provide a childhood or two, three, how many ever you have a dog or two, whatever, and, work on your marriage or not, or, and all of that. And our goals are retirement and being able to pay our bills and quit work at some point and enjoy our grandkids and die and go on to heaven. That ain't it. That's not why we're here. What spirit shows me is that's all great. I'm not saying those goals shouldn't be in place as far as, yeah, but with lazy evolution or uninspired evolution, you don't get to your purpose because that's not your purpose. Your purpose isn't to have a childhood heal from your childhood, provide childhoods, hopefully be able to pay my bills and be at peace, go to Florida every year and cross on over in my sleep. That's not it. You didn't change any, you left the world just like you found it. I mean, the world changes because it changes, but what were you doing here? Right? Like, what are you doing here? So what spirit shows me is that you're not moving towards your purpose without growing past the veil of your youth. It doesn't mean that everything in your youth is bad and you're going to end up changing your mind about everything and none of that shit, was good and none of it was true. Doesn't mean that at all. But yes, there are going to be some shifts. There are going to be some stuff you if you learned 100% of the truth in your childhood in this life experience, well, then you're there. What are you even doing here, right? You know everything. So there's a reason why you're still here, and that is to grow and to learn. Grow and to learn. And you learn more by diversifying your surroundings. You learn more by new experiences, new people, by different backgrounds. Learn about them, where they came from. Let yourself be challenged. Let yourself question things, right? Like, you need to learn to look on the inside and that voice, and that's okay to go read those books your dad didn't want you to read. Find out why he didn't want you to read them. Read them and plug into spirit yourself and say, let's read these books and you tell me what you think, spirit. Like, people kill me with these fragile faiths that they have. They claim they've got the truth, their whatever their doctrine is, this is the real deal. And I'm not saying all, but there's some that then it's like, well, read this book. I read this book. It's interesting. It kind of challenges your beliefs. And it's like, no, no, no. Like, I can't let anything in that questions anything that I believe. And it's like their faith is like this little piece of fractured crystal that could break at any moment. Like, are you so scared to let information in that you think it will change your mind? So are you so afraid that if you learn a truth somewhere, that it's going to change your mind? Because I'm here to tell you, friend, if finding out some truths changes your mind about something, your mind needed to be changed because the truth will set you free. I think that's in every religion, all the ones I've looked at. So let the information in, let the new people in, let the other backgrounds in, other faiths, other everything. Learn about all of it. Because the more intel you get, spirit can tell you what's the truth in here. In here. It's like that fragile faith. It's like all of their faith is in all this external information. And they're so afraid to sit with anything else and go inside and see what this voice says. They're so afraid it might change. When I'm like, honey, that voice is God. You're running from God. Like, you're running from this external idea of God and forgetting where God is. In here. Spirit speaks to us inside. I'm pretty sure every religion says that too, that I've studied. So it's like, allow yourself to grow, right? And then not only with the personal growth, and then now it's your purpose is beyond what you think. Here's the most magical reason why you should diversify your group. This is my favorite. So remember us talking about last week that we're all brilliant in all things through spirit, right? We were just told that whatever. You watched the last episode. I can't repeat the whole thing. So you're told that. So remember, the second episode was spread your wings, get all the intel, expand that encyclopedia, because that's what our brain is. It's a computer encyclopedia. So first it's expand all that shit, right? And then last week it's we're brilliant in all things. So start trusting ourselves and our plugs to spirit in all aspects, all subjects, all arenas. Then diversify your group. I'm getting chills. Because now imagine there's me and 6 of you. We're all plugged in. We're all brilliant. We're all from different parts of the world with all of our encyclopedia sets are different. We have some similarities. Everybody does, more than we think. But they're all so vastly different too. Now we collaborate. Spirit does that. We're individually plugged in and we're collectively digging in. Now, how psychic are we? How accurate are we? I don't care what the subject matter is. We can be coming up with a fundraiser for kids or blueprints for our dream home or I don't give a shit. Writing a song, a poem, I don't care. Or we're just plugging into spirit and talking about philosophical things. Sorry, my tongue gets tripped. Philosophical things in spirit, right? We're talking about these type of truths and we're plugged in. I don't care what it is. You get all those encyclopedias plugged in, and then now we're digging in, and we're psychic as fuck. We are accurate AF, and that to me is hella magical. Like, I love that. I love that. Oh, it's not a very long message, but it's a fucking powerful one, right? Right? And look at that. My dogs gave me peace this whole time. That is magical because I didn't think that was gonna happen. Like, and especially from the little one back there that chirps, and I would jump at her every whim. So, folks, I hope y'all are having a beautiful, beautiful, magical day and a magical week. And this has been fun, and I've enjoyed it. I wanted to do them outside more, but it's hella cold here today, so that was a no-go. So, as always, if you are not actively and intentionally trying to leave this world a better place than you found it, you are, my friend, missing the point. I will see y'all next week. Thank you.